Shout out to Baldini. It's a little off brown, but we good. Trying to get my dribble right. Oh, these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. I see a lot of y'all saying it in certain regions, Texas, then Cali, it's a little too hot for the knits still. Go to the website. Get you a Fashion Bomb Couture snapback. South Beach, black and pink. You know what I'm saying? New era joint. And it's fresh to death. This is the company that brought you the PA knit from the Fashion Bomb. So make sure you get over there and get right. Scotland in the building. That must be a somebody. World-renowned favorite. Do. Peace. Get some time for these notifications to go out. Good morning to everybody. Leonard Fields. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in, then I'm going to just take flight. I called Mark Curry this morning. He ain't answered the phone. I don't know what he on. Probably had a late night, or maybe he's on a job and shit. Mark does renovations to houses and shit like that. And the reason why he probably feels unappreciative is he used to big money and shit. Mark ain't nobody that you can just dismiss like that. He used to big money. He feel like the publishing ain't worth nothing no more. A lot of time has passed. That song that he was on, We Ain't Going Nowhere. I think that was in Bad Boys the movie. I think that was in Bad Boys the movie. That was in one of these big time movies. And that's what he mean by the publishing ain't worth nothing anymore. Like the nigga didn't wrote it to death. He said it was like he fucked your girl for years and gave her back to you and shit. For those who was in the comments saying, you don't get no publishing, you didn't do nothing. Mark Curry wrote several records at Bad Boy, and he appeared on songs with Black Rob and G-Dep, but he wrote for different artists at Bad Boy, so that should account for something. My man said, a lot of activities. I hear you. I was in ATL back in the 90s. Mark, Jamal, and G from the Rent Shop was cool with my family. You know the key players. Those are my guys and shit. Isn't there some sort of 25-year rule on publishing? I don't know. Mark says the shit only worth a few $100s. He never told me that he got it back. Just one day he just stopped talking about Puff and shit. He had juice bars. He had investments and shit going on in Atlanta. Mark Curry's a made nigga and shit. He took care of me for about 2 months. Had me in all of the high-price hotels in Atlanta. I literally did a tour of all of the 5-star hotels in Atlanta. I ain't bullshitting because of him. You know what I'm saying? When I stepped out of my hotel room, the Pips Plaza was right there. You know what I'm saying? And the mall was across the street. The work you put in is very inspiring and always consistent. Keep up the good work. I'm the best at this. I am. I'm pretty sure Mikey B know why I'm the best now, too. That tree fell over on his ass. Mikey, you can't be in the forest with these lumberjacks, my nigga. You can't. Whoa. Mikey B, you's a little dude, man. You can't be in the forest with these lumberjacks, my nigga. I'm telling you. You said it was your jurisdiction. How you like it? How you like it? Something wrong with your neck, nigga. Told you. Stay in your fucking place, my nigga. You don't know what the fuck you doing. You're not strong enough to be impartial and shit. What you did was, in my opinion, you jumped to conclusion trying to preserve your future and shit. You said it yourself. You do selective politicking. So we know that you ain't right. I don't do no selective politicking and shit. I do what's right. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he thought he was doing something. I told you, you stole that little piece of interview. You stole that, and you didn't even know how to carry it. You got online, you passed judgment on a man, and now he at your ass. Let me tell you about being an expert. My interviews with Zip with the Drip and my interviews with Bimmy, I remained impartial. I didn't take anybody's side. I didn't say who was right or wrong. Even if I had an opinion, that wasn't my position. My platform was to give these guys an opportunity to share with the public what went down from their mouth. It was no room and no reason for me to say, he wrong, he shouldn't be doing this, he wrong, he shouldn't be doing this. I've got some phone calls and inquiries where people have said, you know, if Zip with the Drip is Gully man, why don't he tell him to chill out? I believe I can, and I can't. Zip called me and asked me for a couple of reasons. Zip called me and asked me a few months back. He said, hey man, could you leave China Mac alone? That's my friend. He said, could you leave China Mac alone, man? That's my friend and shit. I said, all right, man, for you, all right. And then I continued my onslaught. I continued my onslaught. I continued to pummel China Mac. I continued to pummel China Mac. You know what I'm saying? I continued my onslaught. So I can't. I'm about to now and shit. I believe in our relationship. I took on the big brother role and shit, and I try to advise him. But you can't tell a grown man what to do, and you can't tell a grown man when he's wrong publicly. You feel me, Mikey? So if you felt that Zip was wrong after he gave you some content, that was some sucker shit. I just left this whole situation up for public opinion. I left it up for public opinion. I left it up for Bimmy to air out everything he had to say and Zip to air out everything he has to say. You feel me? But did Bimmy ever admit to you about the paperwork? No. King Ernie put out a video last night where he said that he feel that Bimmy's honor is restored. At no point during this video did he disrespect Zip with the Drip. He never said he was wrong. He just said that the paperwork, we all collectively believe that there's some mystique or possible mystique to the paperwork. There's some witchcraft involved, but again, I'll say this publicly. There wasn't an absolute enough for me to, you know, recognize what was going on. I still don't know what was going on and shit. I still really don't know what's going on. I know it's about a park. I know it's about a pill. And one thing I do know is when niggas be writing them appeals pro se, they do what the fuck they want, man. They do what the fuck they want. They trying to get out of jail, so I just don't know. B. McFly, so what's your thoughts on Bimmy now? Great businessman. One of my business mentors and shit. He invited me into his office. I have a business relationship here with him, and it's preserved. Part of this title in this video is why is Zip with the Drip necessary? I'm about to let it rip. Why is Zip with the Drip necessary? Boom. This platform, predicated on hip-hop, sports, and fashion. I boast about having the most skilled lyricists in the game come through here. You done seen the resume. From Redman to the whole Trust Gang. Benny the Butcher, Knowledge, the probably just lyricists come through this motherfucker, right? So I got to keep that. I got to stand on that. Zip with the Drip and King Odie. I tried it with Odie first before I did with Zip. Oh, he wasn't, he just didn't have time or he just didn't want to do it anymore. But one of my strategies has always been the prison MC. I know from being in prison that the best rappers in the world is still in jail. They still locked up. They still back there. Every now and then, some of them slide out here and shit, right? Some of them will get out here. These is the most highly skilled lyricists that you ever got. They stand out. And I'm about to give y'all a great point. You got rappers, and then you got Green Double. Then you got look, they saying his name already. You got rappers, and then you got Green Double from Trust Gang and shit. You feel me? You heard that rap he did about Mitch Green? It's on this channel and shit. These niggas on the streets in the free world, they cannot do that. They cannot do that. The song that I got from Zip with the Drip, we did with Zip with the Drip, it's called Game Time. It's about basketball players. Niggas out here can't do that. Niggas out here can't do that. You feel me? And I always try to use the prison MC as weaponry. I woke up one day on Instagram scrolling. Seen a black and white video. Nigga said, this morning while making Faja, I thought about killing a copper. I said, woo, shit. I know this nigga just came home. They don't say that type of shit. They don't be saying that type of shit. This morning while making Faja, I thought about killing a copper. I was too strong he said I was too lazy in the afternoon to perform Asa. He did, my goodness. Man, then he went to Faja. He was killing that shit. He was killing that shit. I'm like, God damn. Who the fuck is this nigga? And that's how I met him, through that, right? Good morning to you too, Royal Rising. I feel so strongly about him lyrically that he was the first music video I did for the album Pillmatic. I paid for that shit myself, yo. I ain't never met Zip in person. We ain't never met in person. I paid for that music video myself. Cash tapped him the money, told him, you in New York City, nigga, go find a videographer, tell him to shoot you. He can't edit the video. After he shoots you, you tell that nigga to email them files back to the dribble. I got a hold of that shit and created magic. I know when that nigga seen that Derrick Rose drop in the middle of that video, his mouth hit the floor. Nobody knew it was this serious. I did. I knew what I could create with his lyrics and shit. A music editor is only gonna be as dynamic as the nigga that's rapping. We gotta bring what he's rapping about to life. That was right up my alley to do that John Morant shit. Liked the song so much that after us doing all of our splits and shit, I called him back and said, yo, man, I want to score. I'm going to score this. I didn't have to ask him because I got absolute say so. It's my album. I'm going to score this song on this film that I'm about to be in. I'm about to be in my first movie with Luke Steffen. Shout out to Luke. It's called Cream Team. They got a scene where I'm lifting weights. Guess what I'm going to be lifting weights to? Your song. You feel me? So now it's going beyond streams. We activating publishing and all of that type of shit. We plugging all of that shit up. You feel me? This is a machine. We getting money. We getting money doing hip hop. You dig? Ain't nothing gonna ever come before the business of hip hop here. Not no street shit, not no rap shit, no paperwork. Ain't none of that shit stronger than the spirit of hip hop music and creating it. You feel me? That's it. That's it. So that's what it is. Mikey B, since you think that you want to do this, if you want to tell somebody that you don't agree with what they said or something of that nature, you need more adjectives, my nigga. You need more adjectives. What I'm saying to you right now is that you don't have the IQ nor the wordplay to convey that message publicly without being disrespectful. That's the difference between me and you. You could use different adjectives. It was your title that got you jumped on, my nigga. He on your ass about that title. He on your ass about that title. I ain't never watched one of Zip 2-hour live streams. I watched one last night where I tried, right? Right? And that shit was like a movie, man. Listen to that shit. Tata and Iceberg, and he got the good shit over there. He got the good shit over there, man. I'm starting to see what he come from I'm starting to see exactly who he is some of us became criminal or criminally inclined along the way. You feel me? I look into his eyes when he on here talking. It's in him. That's in his bloodstream. That's in his bloodstream. If we was in the 1960s, Huey Newton would have hung an AK-47 rifle across Zip's body and put a beret on him and said, come on, my nigga, you and the Black Panthers, you rolling with us. My nigga, that's who Zip with the drip is and shit. That's who Zip with the drip is. Diamond in the rough, a diamond I discovered. You feel me? He's from Corona, Queens and shit. Everybody had an opportunity to get busy with him. Nobody gave the nigga a chance. Y'all don't like passing the rock. But he's gonna remain in the spotlight. It's gonna be because of lyricism and shit. Do I feel that he was misinformed in some of his dialogue? It was rushed and misinformed. Could have been presented a lot better if he planned to establish a point. That's my personal opinion. But is he wrong? How am I supposed to tell a nigga to react in war? How am I supposed to tell a nigga to react in war? He was at 10 toes down ass. You know what I'm saying? If you standing next to a nigga that I'm firing at and you catch one, man, it's called collateral damage and shit. We being for real right now. He said Hassan say discovered him. Hassan ain't discovered shit. I even bought Zip with the Drip album when I first met him and shit. He got an album. It cost $25. If y'all want it, it's fire and shit. Y'all go get the album. Let's all go buy Zip with the Drip album like Gully did. Let's go buy Baldini clothing like Gully did. Let's do that this morning. My man says Zip rep the real street life of New York City. That's what I get out of it. He remind me of G Baby and Ziggy Zow. He remind me of Ziggy Zow from Brooklyn and G Baby and shit. He's of that fabric. There's a video that think OG Product has out back in the day. That's the real Brooklyn, yo. Go look at that video. Got Lil Zig and G Baby and all them little fly Brooklyn niggas, man, in there flossing and shit. We be getting the hip hop shit. But that shit, this video the OG Product got, that's the real New York City gutter. That's the real shit. Zip of that. Straight like that. Freeze IR page. He said he's one of a kind. He did his time and got straight to the bag. Would you ever stream on Twitch or Rumble? I'm planning my escape now. YouTube has too many sanctions against us and shit. I don't know if they plan to. They said that they've been trying to tone it down. It's sensitive. But my channel X-rated and shit. My content, look what you get here. Zip with the Drip. That shit's scary. The scary side of New York City. You ain't get that nowhere else. Nowhere else but Gully TV. Y'all see how the truth just sit on your cap? You see how the truth just sit on your cap? Subscribe to the channel. Good morning. He said, YouTube wants y'all off word, especially not making no bread. He said, I think I know you. I was there from 87, 89. Nigga, I ain't that old. I was playing running back for the Rams in 1987. I'm just a highly qualified voice. I come from a journalistic background. Wrote an incredible book. Go get it. We talking about the real New York City. This shit, look. Jimmy Henchman, that's him behind my head and shit. You see him? All the shit that I'm giving to y'all now, that's been me right there. Me and Haitian Jack. Some things I've been through and shit. Go get the real. But I seen a video by King Erner last night. Y'all know how he's one of the people that, he's one of the internet rat hunters. He's always been one of the internet rat hunters. King Erner said he's not convinced. At no time did he say anything about Zip with the Drip. Mikey B, you used him for the most views in the history of your channel, and then you left and you tried to run through another door and shit. You can't do that. You don't do that. He said, are you PA Net from Rochester? Nah. Coincidentally, we got the same handle. This is a crochet knit that I worked, that I brought to the table. And the whole style was birthed in Pennsylvania. You seen the Roots wearing these in the 90s and shit like that. I didn't do this and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a dribble. I took it to another level. He said, Glaze said Prince is gonna... Glaze is enjoying this. Peace, Gully. Big respect. South London, I think you are the only person that will do a Goodman Brothers documentary. Justice, they did a lot for Marley Marl and the Juice Crew before Cold Chillin'. Philadelphia in the building. You from Philly? I interviewed his son on here, Karan Goodman, from the Youngsters and shit, before he spun out of control. He was one of the first niggas making a lot of crazy videos about me. And then he just went away. He said, you can't believe, Glaze. Yeah. Y'all gonna get the Shyheim Franklin shit, because I promised it to y'all and shit. Y'all like them, the gangster content. I like them too and shit. I watch them. I watch them in my, in my private day-to-day life, but I watch a different type of gangster now. I be watching revolutionaries and shit like George Jackson and shit like that. Mutulu Shakur, Black Liberation Army. The Star report convinced me. Star might have a motive and shit. They might have a history, him and Bimmy and shit. I don't have no angle. I don't have no angle and shit. I don't have no angle. I'm just sitting back, observing and watching how things unfold and shit. I believe the whole point in these niggas putting it online is for y'all to determine what's going on. I think that's the whole objective, for y'all to determine what's going on. He said, homie, why is it so hard for you to side with Solid? I am sided with Solid, nigga. I got here. I played before this shit happened. I was in Bimmy Anthony's office in New Jersey. Lovely office. Playing my music for him. Playing Zip with the Drip and the music for him. Blew his fucking mind. He didn't know that we was out here in the streets getting busy like that. He didn't think that I could pull that off and shit. But this not what you act like you want me to have some type of emotional feelings to this shit. At the end of the day, my platform has always been ambidextrous and shit. I interview both sides. My email is gullytvboss@gmail. Use it. I answer emails on the dime. Peace. He said the other day when you were saying y'all asking the wrong questions, I knew it was going to be crazy. Yeah, y'all wasn't asking me the right shit. Zip didn't create that paperwork. You can't give him no type of responsibility for that, besides being misinformed. He said Gully had an interview relationship with Post, so no matter what side Bimmy M up. I done been on opposite sides with Bimmy. They didn't. Some of them didn't like my Larry Davis shit. I didn't give a fuck. Wasn't taking it down. And I wasn't gonna stop telling black people the truth about Blue Boy and shit. Blue Boy was an opportunist. He said, people caring more about raps than revolutionaries is crazy to me. They worried about the wrong shit. Exactly, and I plan to change that. Besides violence and making content about who snitch and who does, what does most of these platforms have to offer? Nothing. Nothing. He says, so right to it. That paperwork don't have Bimmy name on it. The guy music ain't Bimmy, and Bimmy only signed the affidavit on behalf of Troy saying he didn't do it. Let's get back on topic real quick. We can go back to that. Diddy gave back all of his artists publishing. He gave it back to him. Allegedly, this is what we being told. Ain't no more splits on the check. He just giving it to him. In my opinion, it's up to them to try to revise the popularity of these songs and shit. Maybe try to put them out again some type of way or get some type of features on them or something like that. I don't know, but Mark ain't impressed. That's because Mark used to money. Mark had big money and shit. He not tripping off that shit. He didn't went on with his life. He wrote his book, and that's why he's saying fuck the publishing. He was on one of the biggest songs with Bad Boy, that Bad Boy for Life joint. I believe that song was in a movie. Wasn't that joint in the Bad Boys movie? That song Bad Boy for Life, wasn't that in the Bad Boys movie? He said, yeah, yes, sir. That's what Mark mean by it ain't worth nothing no more. Puff already, that's what he mean by Puff done already fucked the girl already and now you want to give her back and shit. That's what he mean. The checks associated with shit like that, it's probably been on Burger King commercials or some shit like that. Like, just think back, y'all. It's been a long time. That song was on a lot of big shit. It's like he maxed the credit card out and gave it to him here. So that's what Mark's saying. People saying, well, what did you do? He's on a classic song with Black Rob called Muscle Game. He's on Bad Boy for Life. He's on other songs with Craig Mack and G-Dep. And he also wrote raps at Bad Boy. He wrote rhymes and songs at Bad Boy for Diddy. He said maybe Mace can do a little something to 112, but that's about it. He said it's been in a lot of white boy movies too. Yeah, that's some white people picked that song up and everything. Like he got filthy off that song. He said now they can't sell the catalog. Black Rob died couch hopping. Craig Mack died living in a church. Biggie gone. It's too late. He fucked Black Rob up. Black Rob had one of the biggest hits and albums on Bad Boy and shit. And he died, you know. Y'all seen how it basically, it was covered here, how it unfolded and shit. Didn't get his. That nigga could rap his ass off. He told me to my face. He told me to my face. I swear to God. He told me to my face, man. He said after Big, he said, you know, I give him that. He's like, he was dumb nice. He was like, he was nice. He said after Big, I'm the baddest motherfucker from Bad Boy. He was like, niggas know. He was like, niggas know. He was like, man, I used to be chasing Shine around the office and shit, like trying to, spitting rhymes in Shine face and shit. He was like, Shine didn't want none of BR. Told me that to my face in Atlanta. I was like, what about the locks? He was like, man, them was little niggas, B. He was like, them was little niggas. He said Tom Brady and Gronkowski used it on commercials. Keith Murray sold his publishing to Puffy and requested it back on the Art of Dialogue. I seen that. Up for Debate made a video about you and paperwork yesterday. I don't got no fucking paperwork. You can go get, transcripts for my trial. I've been to a trial before. I lost, but that shit that he's talking about, I'm a public figure. I said that shit on platforms before. I didn't say that shit on platforms before. I didn't wrote books about my life and shit. Everybody know that. Niggas know me in real life and shit. I'm from a famous drug block and shit. I was in position. I was a young chief. You know what I'm saying? I was a young chief, man. He said, we all know about that. Yeah, that's this goofy ass nigga talking about cornball. Niggas wasn't getting no money. And my co-defendant is, he be in my chat all the time, JR and shit. What up, though, AZ in here by way of Detroit. Appreciate the amazing dribble. Appreciate you, too. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and go to my website, man. If you enjoying this, go to my website. Get the real story about me. I got a bio. He said, don't they know if you had paperwork, Star would have been exposed that corny shit. Right. He said, Gully, would I be out of line if I say that only black people talk about paperwork and who's snitching? Correct. I'm going to tell you something else. I seen somebody make this point in the comments. Peace and salute, Gully. What's your favorite Gangstar album? You have to give me like 10, 15 minutes. I would have to look at all of them and say that one. You know what I'm saying? But the moment of truth is up there. It's way up there. But, damn, man, I lost my fucking line of thought. I had something good for y'all. We was talking about the paperwork and black people only being concerned with Oh, listen, right? I seen in my comments, somebody was like, yo, under this video, somebody was like, yo, all these older niggas from back in the day was telling and shit like that. That wasn't no big thing back in the day, da-da-da-da-da. He said, that no rat shit, that's some new shit. He said, that's the new generation, the internet generation, the 2000s. That's what they said. They were like, that's the 2000s mind state. That's when that shit started getting promoted and stop snitching and all of that. That's when it came. Before that, it's like them older niggas used to be doing some shit called Get Down First. I remember that. I remember older, tougher rats telling niggas, nigga, whatever, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Who got who first, some old creep shit, but that was the life that they existed in. That was the life that they existed in. It was very, very perverted. You know what I'm saying? I believe once niggas start going to the federal system and shit like that, people's values started to change. He said, moment of truth. He said, daily. I was going to say daily operation and moment of truth. It's hard, man. He said, that don't make it right. I'm not saying that it make it right. I'm telling you about the era that these niggas existed in. The same era that I'm talking about was the era that was fucking with a lot of blades and shit. That's why you see older niggas telling stories about fucking with blades. You don't see nobody else on here talking about fucking with no goddamn blades online and shit like that. Be these older motherfuckers and shit. You heard about Preacher? He said they'll snitch and kill you if you talk. How ironic and sick. Nicky Barnes started it all. Drug dealers always been telling. Aboriginal, I appreciate your super chat. Good morning. Gully, salute King. Much love and respect to a real one. Keep dropping the greatness for us. My man said niggas I looked up to told when it all went down. That happened with me too. Same situation. Identical. Yup. That was why I never was like, you know, trying to pursue rats and all of that type of shit. Because the niggas that I was with were the niggas that I was under. When that Fed shit came down, niggas started doing, you know, doing a lot of wild shit, man. Like, and that's the truth, you know. If you was a youngin' and if you was getting money in the early 90s and shit, you know what happened. And if you was involved, you know that you shouldn't be talking this rat shit and influencing the rat shit because you know what really happened to us and shit. You know what really happened around the way and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, the niggas that was buying you sneakers and shit like that start telling and doing all type of shit like that. So, it's real life. Man, Quran ain't nobody, my nigga. Yeah, you can get PA knits, my nigga. Go to the website, therealdribble.com. I got every flavor, man. I can just keep stacking shit. It just was, you know, near me under my dizask and shit like that. Therealdribble.com. Y'all know what season it is. It's football season. You know what I mean? When they put on the helmet, you put on the knit. Shout out to the University of Colorado. They rank number 22 in the nation now, just like that. All they got to do is beat Nebraska, man, and we can get a little momentum going. Got to beat Nebraska. Big game this Saturday. It's on Fox. The whole world going to be watching. Make sure y'all watching it, too. I'll probably stream it live. I don't think Public Enemy is underrated, pimp. Wendell Calhoun, cop up. Top rank. Yeah, all you got to do is just roll it up. You can just start rolling this shit, man. You know what I mean? Whatever floats your boat, my nigga. Cotton and polyester, they stretch and shit. You know what I mean? Something wrong with your neck. Shit, I remember those hats from the Neo Soul era. That's what they come from. This was originally called the Marvin Gaye. When I first start rocking these on here, like if you go to the IG page, it was called the Marvin Gaye. You know what I mean? He said, I don't know if they beat Nebraska. They got to. He said, they going to blow Nebraska out. Nebraska just lost on the road to a mid team. They got to blow. They need more rushing. They need more rushing. They need more rushing yardage. That's the only thing. And no penalties. They showed the students in Colorado, they going crazy. White kids all in the streets dancing, all on the roofs of their houses, they going crazy, man. They fans is going to have that shit lit. Straight up. That's going to turn Deion Sanders is going to turn the Colorado home games into the Staples Center. That shit going to be like the Staples Center. You're going to start seeing all type of rappers, actors, and entertainers in the sideline. They're going to be panning the camera like, look who's here. Look who's here. It's already like that on the sideline. Michael Irvin, Warren Sapp. It's an all-star game. It's a motherfucking traveling all-star game. All they got to do is just keep on winning and shit. Colorado need to tighten the D. I didn't think they was hitting. They was tackling. It's a difference. You got to put hits on motherfuckers, yo. Motherfuckers got to hear smacking, man. That's intimidating, man. Like, you smack a motherfucker, when you start smacking, them wideouts they be looking, man. They be looking when they start. You got to at least smack a motherfucker inadvertently, man. Like, inadvertently, like, I didn't hear no smacking, man. There was a bunch of, they was getting ran over. They was getting ran over. They open field tackling was pathetic. Like, them niggas wasn't trying to hit them niggas' legs, man. Motherfuckers running around trying to wrap their arm. Man, that ain't hitting. That ain't hitting. He said they defense lit. The secondary is pretty good, but they wasn't hitting. He said they weak in the trenches. That front, what is it, 7? That front 5 or whatever, the D line. Both teams gave up a lot of points. I'm definitely gonna be watching that game. Welcome home, BG. I seen pictures of him last night. Gonna see if he put out some music and continue his music career. They all home now. Maybe they can. Their best bet would be to resurrect the Hot Boys. That's gonna be hard and shit. I believe Turk and Wayne had a fight or something like that. He said they D-line got to get better. I didn't see no D-line pressure. And I didn't see no, I can't remember no linebacker. I can't remember no middle linebacker. If you ain't got no middle linebacker on D, who a tough guy, who probably used to be a tailback, used to contact and shit like that, you in for it. Your middle linebacker got to be a devil, yo. He has to be a devil, like, and I didn't see it. He said the D-line is small. Yeah. They might have to use some of them offensive line niggas. A couple of them niggas might have to play both ways. You might have to take one of them niggas and say, man, you playing center and nose tackle. The center don't do much. Snap the ball. You playing center and nose tackle, like, you're going to have to start moving some pieces around. And I'm pretty sure he's making adjustments. He said, hopefully BG music still sound the same. There was no film on Colorado before this week. He said, you better have a safety play linebacker. You can take somebody to play safety and have them play linebacker. That's a good idea and shit. Linebackers is fast in college and shit. Ray Lewis is running a fucking 4.4. He said they don't run the ball in college. Bullshit. He said that defense got to be called out in practice. He said you look like you can take 225 for reps. Nigga, I'm rapping like 300, 315 or some shit like that. He said BG was in there bumping, you can tell, and that's what he gonna do out here. I kind of looked at him and said, damn, he don't really got no fresh out of jail glow. I don't know what that's about either. I don't know. He looked it a little bit. I don't know. He said Nebraska run the ball all game. He said the offensive line small too. They is a little undersized, but they protected Shedeur Sanders enough for him to get off almost 50 passes and have 510 yards passing. If that's protection, that's protection. He said, I can do 315 for 2 and I can just break that shit myself. I don't be having no spot when I be in the gym and shit like that. Put that shit up there. I know on the break what I'm about to do with it and shit. He said, BG didn't look crispy. I agree. Stress over the years show. That ain't how niggas get out of jail. Niggas be in jail eating garlic and shit, man. Jogging. drinking water and shit. Ain't no telling what ain't no telling what's gonna happen. He could have threw for 600 yards, including a couple of those drop passes. Touchdown passes at that. He said that wasn't really protection. Shit. We got a pop-up in D.C. Monday, September 11th. Penthouse Cannabis in the building at VIPs from 6 to 9. That's this Monday. Make sure y'all be there. The flyer be out today and shit. People forget TCU was in the championship last year, and Colorado was 1-11. Yeah. I gotta do more homework. Some saying Charlo, some saying Canelo. We done talking about Leak. Zip with the drip. He rescued Leak. Leak was a trending topic, man, for looking oily. I can't give you a definitive answer on that, Public Enemy. Super chatters, I appreciate y'all this morning. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're not. And make sure you follow me on IG at I am Gully TV _. He's a 78 Cadillac. Polite is rapping. Polite. You went about it the wrong way, fam. We not fucking with you. We not fucking with you, Polite. If this is what you plan to do the whole time, and I believe it was, Choke No Joke did the same shit. You niggas was all undercover rappers the whole time. The way you went about it was wrong, and we not accepting your music, fam. We don't care what you say. Even if it happened to sound good by mistake, it don't. I listened to your new video yesterday. I was appalled. I'm like, man, now you rapping after all that shit you did? Come on, man. Al Green, I appreciate your super chat. Fam, you got charges for Did this nigga drop a music video, yo? This motherfucker gotta be a narcissist. This motherfucker just drop a music video. This can't be, y'all. This shit is a free-for-all. Everybody wants some camera time. Everybody wants some camera time. Y'all ain't insulted that this nigga is rapping. You can't be serious, man. If Umar Johnson start rapping, man, I'm retiring. I'm giving this shit up. If Umar spit a bar, I'm done. It's too much. It's too much. This is a fucking free-for-all. I can't believe this. He said, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Motherfucker wait until we get pedophile cases and shit to start rapping. Man, are you fucking serious, man? You can't sit here, man. Come on, man. This nigga see Fleece Johnson being accepted. He think the coast is clear. These niggas need their own little corner. Y'all need your own section, yo. He said, you believe everything. Man, you don't get in them situations. Man, you can't even get me in no situation like that by mistake, my nigga. Can't be serious. You don't get charged with no shit like that by mistake. Oh, man. He said Umar got a song on iTunes. He said we should do like the Mafia and close the books. Don't let nobody else in the hip-hop game. It's out of control. It's out of control, man. YouTube has become bigger than television. Let's agree. Let's agree. We put in more watch hours on YouTube than general television. You can watch television on YouTube in some aspects, right? People like, man, shit. If I cut on this motherfucking camera, man, I'm on TV. That's bottom line. That's the bottom line. That's the only way this shit keep happening and shit. He said, this is definitely big. Yeah, way bigger than TV. It's a hybrid. Come through. It's at Grindstone. I'm going to put the flyer out today. Shout out to the Penthouse boys. The Knittage will be in the building. He said, I watch way more YouTube. I can at least get educated. You can get educated on YouTube. It's a lot of information on YouTube. YouTube is kind of like the visual, the Google search if you want to be technical and shit. But you got to be careful what you're taking in, man. It's a lot of pollution online and shit. I believe it's going to gradually go away and shit because people be crashing. People that ain't supposed to be here, they be crashing. Like this cat, Mikey B, the Zip just stepped on last night. Shouldn't be here, my nigga. Shouldn't be here. Go back to whatever it is that y'all be doing, man. That's all I can say. He said, you called it out recently. This is what you call desperation. Facts. He said, what about knits? I got the best in the world. I'm wearing one. This is the PA Knittage. See that? Crackola. Crackola. You see that? So all this need is a butter leather. Grape juice. Haas went in on you last night. Can't nobody go in on me, man. I'm a professional, man. I feed families, man. All of these brothers can make videos about me. I don't care. I don't care, man. I know what they have to do to exist. More power to them and shit. But I know longevity. Just watch. He said, Gully, I'm a truck driver. I need more podcasts. I watch them all. You can't watch them all. You got to listen to them, man. You got to keep your eyes on the road. And I got dope over there, man. I've been feeding that joint. When you hear that, you ready, Nick? I've been sharing them on YouTube so niggas know when I'm uploading. If they not following me on Apple, Amazon, Deezer, Spotify, Spreaker, and all of the podcast sites. The podcast game gonna change shortly too. It is. Niggas gonna leave and go away from that too. We're gonna get back to the professionals. Straight up. Boom, 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 boom. Go to the website. It's a Washington Redskins colorway up there, man. It looked purple and gold. I mean, what you say? Burgundy and gold. Check it out. He said, I just hopped in the truck. Put your seatbelt on. Make sure you got you some fresh fruit, some coconut water, you know what I'm saying, for hydration. Just turn me up, my nigga. Going over there and just turn me up. He said, Camden, New Jersey, the hardest city in USA. Was good, Gully. If that's the hardest city in USA, you need to move, man. Give yourself and your family a chance. Why would you want to be somewhere bragging about that? Poverty ain't cool, man. A lot of creativity comes from poverty because we have to use ingenuity. We don't have things. We know who we need to create. But we gotta move on, man. We gotta move on. Favorite and one player. Oh my goodness. I can't pick one, man. I liked it a lot of them niggas, man. Seriously. I can't say just one. I can't. Liked it a couple of them. A lot. He said if Erner wasn't in Philly, y'all two guys would be funny as shit in the movie. Good morning. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, man. Gully TV 1. I'm over there. I follow back too. Let's get it. Let's build. Dean, if you do, go to my website and show me what you're working with. Straight up. Go look at King Erner's most recent video. Tell me what y'all think about it. He put out a video on Bun B last night. Tell me what y'all think about it. How you think DJ Wagner will do at Kentucky this year? Hopefully go out there and let it blow, man. He said we need that strain in Norfolk. And one didn't fall off. They just relaunched this past summer. They did a short tour late this summer. They was in Philadelphia, New York City, and someplace else. I've been trying to talk to Prime for years and shit. We was following each other on Instagram a long time ago. We need to put that together, man. Gully TV Boss at Gmail. That's my email address. Or find me on IG at IamGullyTV_. Let's do that right away. He said, Hoop It Up has returned. He said, Mark catalog ain't worth nothing. So Mark said he been got his publishing back. And he been a hustler and shit. He not crying about it. He just letting everybody know the real about the gesture. People act like Puff did a grand gesture by giving these people their publishing back. Craig Mack died. And Black Rob died with nothing. They both died with nothing and shit. So he's just saying, you know, he giving it back now after he done fucked it all crazy and shit. He feels some type of way about it. But he don't need it. He don't need it. And I didn't even know he had it back. That's something he probably kept to himself. But I believe they compensated him because he real. I believe they treated him different than the rest of them. He said Big died with nothing, too. YouTube has stepped up entertainment to the next level. Customized entertainment. Let me add a BC on you niggas one time. I ain't been add a BC. Can I add a BC? Can I add a BC? Let me add a BC one time. Shit. All right. Right. He said, well, at least he gave it back. No one would do that at all. I think it's cool that he gave it back. I think it's cool. Maybe they can make something happen and, you know, revive the popularity of some of those songs and shit. 50 years of hip-hop was a celebration of bad record deals and shady contracts. Hybrid, heavy on the sativa. Penthouse gonna be in the building, man. We're gonna have a few strains there and shit. Come through. We doing a live interview on the Black Smoke podcast that day and shit. So, shout out to DC. See y'all. He said, keeping his. He said, Mr. Love ain't. What did y'all think about that photo shoot that he did with all the red on? That shit rubbed me the wrong way. One thing about instincts and your body and shit like that, it tell you when you're around some fucking weird shit, right? Did y'all see that video? When he had on all that red? fuck type of shit is this? He said, I agree, that shit looked at evil. Pretty much. Man, I don't know who Christian Wood is. He got to put in more work. He said, if a motherfucker get $1 billion and don't care of the crew, how we gonna get the masses to listen and do right? 1090 Jake is finished. He never began and shit. Y'all embrace that bullshit. Y'all embrace that bullshit. After getting all the milk he can get from the cow, he putting the cow out. He said, I think we done with Puff. He spent more money on Miss Miami than his best artist. Peace. My man said, either you don't see my question or you ignoring it. Why did y'all zap him? It's freedom of speech in here. He didn't say nothing disrespectful. Why did y'all zap him? I'm about to tell this this gentleman that you got to use the super chat, my nigga. It's 700 people here and shit. Use the super chat. Y'all act like I'm being petty and shit. I can't see it, my nigga. I'm answering questions, and then a motherfucker throw a tantrum. Use the super. He said the Zap gang been working all live. Yeah, they don't fuck around with y'all. The fuck? It's $1.99, man. That tells me a lot about my audience, man. This nigga ready to beef with me about $1.99. It's $1.99. I think you can even 99 cents or some shit, but just use the super chat. That's what it's here for. I didn't put it here. He said the mods be on it quick. Punch the like button. I seen your complaint, didn't I? Now, to reestablish your inquiry or your question, use the super chat, pimp. That's how we do. That's how we do it. People don't really understand Puffy circulation. He's a beast. Why Hov didn't perform, Gully? 48 Laws of Power. He made a bigger statement by not performing than getting up there and shit. Court attention at all costs. Dynamic gesture and shit. Telling the rest of them niggas that's on the stage that he's the God MC. I'm not even gonna grace the stage with you niggas and shit like that. I ain't had no problem with it. Peace. Peace to you, Sun Gazer. Sun Gazer, Reg, I appreciate your super chat. Y'all see how that worked? Feeling hurt because they don't get acknowledged. Niggas need fathers out here. Correct. Sparky, what's good? Oh, Sparks got the wrench. I ain't see Sparky in here. I interview Ann Pacino, man. Don't come here asking me no frivolous questions, man, about the resume. It's in there, man. I got like 3,200 videos on the internet. Like 3,200. You'll find it. Just Gully TV and put the artist name next to it. Willie the Kid, Saha the Prince. Dope shit, man. Sparky, I appreciate your super chat. The dribble really the greatest of all time. He said he's baby Clive Davis, a sweet gatekeeper. He said, Jamal Jones, I appreciate your super chat. Street Flames TV, you got to super chat that so I can see it. Street Flames, super chat that so I can see it. Gene Deal down those last 5 minutes before punching the clock. Gene, man, You rain on the top. He said, facts. My only gripe with Gully is Eminem. Man, Eminem is garbage, man. Eminem is garbage, man. It don't sound good, man. He can rap. Yes, he can. He can rap better than me. Yes, he can. He can rap better than everybody in this chat. I don't know about that, but put 700 niggas in here, man. Be some nice niggas in this chat, but nah, man. Eminem ain't no good, man. That shit garbage, man. You don't hear that shit at barbecues, man. You don't hear that shit riding through your block. You don't hear that shit in the barbershop, places where people congregate. You might hear it at the gym, you know what I'm saying, on the PA system and Planet Fitness or some shit like that, but that shit had a shelf life, man. Like, they tried to convince us that he was the greatest rapper of all time. And then when they couldn't do that, they said, okay, we'll take top 5. Man, this nigga ain't even in the top 25. He not. This is the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that was my whole, I got an ear. I'm a consumer. I bought hip hop. I grew up. My documentary with Shyheim, my first verses says, I'm a hip hop baby. I grew up with this shit. There's so many niggas that sound better than Eminem. I could start like in the early 80s, man. Like, it just don't got no boogie to it. Don't you know Africa Bambaataa music is better than Eminem? Africa Bambaataa music is better than Eminem. Africa Bambaataa got better music than Eminem. This is the fucking truth. This is the truth. Ain't that a bitch? Straight like that. Straight like that. Straight like that. Like, let's stick to the facts, my nigga. He said, you stop talking about substance. Now that's a different story. I'm talking about what it sound like, man. I'm talking about what it sound like. I'm talking about what it sound like. I can disagree with somebody's lyrics, man, but if they kicking that shit, I say, man, I don't fuck with him, but he was kicking that shit. And Eminem don't be kicking that shit. He don't. He said, I'm tripping now. Man, y'all bugging, man. Like, Africa Bambaataa got perfect beat, man. He got Planet Rock, man. Planet Rock will upstage probably 80-90% of these hip-hop niggas' career, man. Planet Rock been played non-stop, man, for... Don't you know if that shit come on right now, man, your grandmama be trying to get up out her chair, man. They remember that shit, man. Motherfuckers roller skate to that shit. People grew up to that that shit a whale of a song, yo. I'm telling you. The Soul Sonic Force, I swear to God. It's about sound. It's about sound. Period. He said he a good rapper. He is a good rapper. He clever with his wordplay. He can't sit at this table, though. He can't. You think Diddy giving publishing back is a bribe so they won't say anything about Tupac murder? Nah, that sounds far-fetched. Mark Curry wrote a book a long time ago. He been said motherfuck everybody. You can't expect to get no publisher from a motherfucker after you wrote a book about him, but he still ended up with it. He said M is one of the best. Hey, man, I won't rob him of that. I said he's skilled. We taking Paul Wall over him. We taking Paul Wall was kicking that shit, man. You got to be kicking that shit. In hip-hop, there's elements. One of the elements is you got to be kicking that shit. Paul Wall was kicking that shit, yo. Straight up. He said 84 is poking out. Man, Paul Wall was kicking that shit, yo. Ain't Paul Wall on Still Tipping? He on Still Tipping, right? Right. Eminem don't got no Still Tipping, y'all. He don't. Eminem don't got one of them. Stan is a dope-ass song by Eminem. Should have. Stan's like a fucking movie. That's a dope-ass song. Everything about it is the shit. The chick singing, everything.
everything. It's an environment to listen to Stan, though. But Stan is one of the greatest rap songs ever made, in my opinion. He said he top 5 to me. That's your own perverted, distorted opinion. He said renegade and soldier. He said third base or M. Third base. Bugging. MC Search helped deliver Nas to us. He had a hand in that. He said, Gully, they don't know real hip-hop. I know. I'm trying to stay here and convey this message to them, man. Hip-hop, sports, and fashion, that's the religion. Personally, I think those artists got $1 million opportunities. Don't fumble the ball. That's a very optimistic way of looking at it. If them niggas hustlers, they'll figure it out. Start giving your music to these Tubi niggas. These Tubi niggas got money. Everybody that got their publishing from Bad Boy, go to Tubi with your music. Them niggas got money. Israel Grace, I appreciate your super chat. Y'all got a lot of super chat activity going on here. It's the first in this motherfucker. What the fuck is going on? A lot of super chat activity. He said, nah, they don't. Ends, I appreciate your super chat. The formula of hip-hop hasn't changed. The media keep pushing acts like Eminem like it's something new. It don't have no staying power. You got to have staying power, man. That's why they just, look, listen. They said a lot of these artists that's out right now, they have a problem selling out shows and packing shows and shit. But when Wu-Tang or Nas and them niggas go get on stage, them shits is sold out. Them niggas is performing music from 1994. Them niggas is performing music from 1994 and 95. They can just go on tour on them years alone. Say, we just gonna go on tour for, this our 95 shit. 95 tour Wu-Tang Nas, that's Escobar season. Motherfuckers going to that. You know what I'm saying? And then you can go to another era. Wu-Tang Nas, 2001, then you got Ghostface, and it's just, Jamal Jones, I appreciate your super chat. I'm trying to keep them right here, man. Why do the Celtics have all those injury-prone players? I don't know. Johnny Boyd, I appreciate your super chat. Good morning to you. Eminem shock value been over. He just oversaturated now. Man, I'm offended by the fact that they tried to establish him amongst the greats. Top 5 where? Top 5 where? You know how cluttered the top 5 section is? You know how cluttered the top 5 section is? We can go on about the top 5 in with realistic terms for hours and hours and hours, just rotating pieces and shit without him. This is the truth. I'm talking about a real top 5 where you got to include Ice Cube and Tupac and Scarface and shit like that. You see how this room is getting crowded real fucking fast? And I ain't even go to New York and shit. Like, I just named 3 giants from other regions. How can you get in this room, fam? You can't. I ain't even get to Grand Poobah and Hove and Esco and, you know what I mean, Pun and Black Rob. I didn't even, Tragedy, Gaddafi, Ghostface. I didn't even, on and on and on and on. Sean Price, them niggas. What's the boot camp clique niggas and shit. Some other niggas that's underrated. That's super fucking the Wu-Tang of Brooklyn and shit. Like, I'm just telling you. Black Rob, yes. You got to go listen to Black Rob's music, man. He got tear jerkers, man, and he got victorious joints, party joints, all that shit. He said Chino XL and Cannabis was just as good as him, but didn't get Dre's production or song making ability. My man said the Juice Crew better than M. Facts. He said, honestly, lyrically, Eminem is better than those top 5 guys you man. You talking about... Sadat X said it on my platform. If you're talking about a person that's forcing a whole bunch of words in a verse, trying to rap fast and see how many words you can put in a verse and shit like that, if that's what you call them lyrical, we talking about sound, man. After this nigga got to saying all the words and verse, after he got to saying all of this shit, what the fuck did you get out of that? What did you get out of that? Out of what he just said? Was that a fucking riddle and shit? Like, what the fuck did you get out of that? You know what I'm saying? He said, nah, M can rap slow. We've heard him rap slow. He raps slow on Stan. Maybe he should have kept it at that tempo. I don't know. It don't stick to the ribs, exactly, like my man said. He said, remember, some of the people you're talking to is 25 or young. Oh, yeah, you right. You right. Damn, I've been on here a long time. Shout out to y'all. Super Chatters did their thing this morning. I'm about to start my journey to the gym. Make sure y'all get there too, man. And follow me on Twitter at Gully TV 1. Baldini Fashion, the link is going to be, shout out to Jersey, the link is going to be in the description. Shout out to my my sponsor on this video. It's time to get up out of here, though. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.